Here we are back at the Education Center at the Madison Square Liquor Mart. Karen Armstrong from the Manitoba Chicken Producers, and we are making one of my all-time favorite comfort foods. At least that's
absolutely.
what
Yes,
Yeah?
this
Good.
is comfort food, chicken pot pie.
Boy,
And this is a very simple recipe. Does not take very long
I still like
to
that
put it
word
together.
simple.
Exactly, that's the whole theme for today. This recipe starts with some frozen mixed vegetables that I just thawed in the microwave. And you can pick whatever blend of vegetables that you like. And in fact, you can add to this a little bit of chopped onions, some sliced mushrooms would be very nice in this. And
Just
you can
about
use
anything you want, I guess.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
again, a key ingredient, primarily, I think, because of the color. Right?
Yes, and also because you're getting a little bit of crunch, some texture in there, and lots of vitamins and minerals, of course. So there's 2 cups in here. To this, I'm going to add 2 cups of cooked chicken. And this is, again, from a rotisserie chicken, nice and it's handy. And with a rotisserie chicken, you've actually got enough to make 2 chicken pot pies.
Ooh. Or just leftover chicken from
Yeah,
Sunday dinner
exactly.
or something.
And then I'm going to add a little bit of either poultry seasoning or sage. I like sage. And so that goes in there. And just a little pinch of some salt, little pepper if you wanted to.
Now,
and
I
then
overheard you talking about salt a while back. You have a preference? do you?
I like the kosher salt because I just find with the kosher salt, because it's a bigger crystal, I seem to use a little bit less.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
We could all
Yeah,
use a little bit
I'm with
less
you on
salt.
that.
And to tie all of this together to make our gravy or our sauce, I'm going to use some canned mushroom soup.
Which I also find is nice sometimes raw, right out of the can. Have you ever done that?
No, I have not done that, I have to admit.
It's been a number of years, I guess. Well, I was still single, as I recall.
Okay, I was thinking that sounded like a starving student tip. I'll get you to stir all that
Alrighty.
together, and then let's get our,
This is going to make
our shell.
one big pie. though,
One
right?
big pie, and in fact, I've got a ready-made pie crust. I like to use the ready-made ones because I'm not a really good pastry person. But if you've got killer pastry and making pastry shells is your thing, by all means use something that's homemade.
Yeah, I can't. I don't do pastry.
Yeah. And this is enough a crust for a 9-inch pie, which is what I've got in here. So let's get all of our filling in there, and you can just kind of blop it all, just pour it all in, and we'll spread it around afterwards.
The whole works?
Yep, the whole thing goes in there. And you don't have to worry if it looks like it's going to be too full. That's not a problem.
Alrighty. That
We're good?
That should just about do it.
All right, then let's spread that around so that it's all nice and even.
Wouldn't put a little pepper on that, or no?
Yeah, a little pepper would be nice. Or if you wanted to kick it up a little bit, you could put a little bit of jalapeno in there. Would be
Oh.
very nice. Give it a little bit of heat.
That's where you just start making it your own. You know?
Absolutely, and this is you're right, this is a basic recipe, and you can do as many variations and permutations as you have ingredients in your fridge and as your family likes. All right, so we need to put a top on this. There's a couple of different ways of doing that, but all of them start with a second pastry shell. And the simplest way to do this is one of the store-bought ones, so it comes already in a foil pan. The simplest way is just to take this and flip it over top. All right, that's the simplest way.
What a great idea.
And I'll show you a little bit more in a second. Another way of doing it is actually to do a lattice. So that's the strips of pastry,
Yep,
and you
that's
kind
the
of
fancy
braid
one.
it. That's the fancy. So if you've got a little bit more time, or you're doing this for, you've got some special family members coming over and you want to do something different, you can do the lattice. But really the simplest everyday method is take this, do this, and just loosen this up a little bit. Make sure when you're doing this that your pastry is thawed. You don't want to do this
Or
as
it'll
soon
break
as you,
up.
yes, exactly. And just gonna, there we go,
there we
it's
are.
coming. All right, so it just flips like that, and then you can just kind of rearrange it a little bit to make it fit properly. And this pastry, you can actually do a lot of work with it before it starts to fall apart. So I like to just center it a little bit better. And then all you're gonna do is go around and pinch the edges together just like that.
Boy, this is quick.
Oh, absolutely, quick, it's simple, and again, as you said, it's comfort food. Now, one last thing to do before this goes into the oven to bake for half an hour, we need to create a couple of little steam vents. And all you do there is just a couple of little slashes, just random. In fact, you could even do this with a fork if you wanted to. And voila, simple pot pie, ready to go in the oven.
Outstanding. Again, simple, great ingredients, and you can have this done in no time.